Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore and our Undead Mage. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are back in Hillsbrad to start our work on the humans in the west. We'll be wrapping up the Mountain Lion Blood quest as well, and then we'll try to work through some professions at the end. Really need to get our first aid up to 80, so we'll see how our collection of linen cloth goes. But before we head out, I wanted to pick up the dangerous quest, since we will be starting to work on the Hillsbrad farmers. Won't be able to complete this quest for a while, but we might be able to take on one or two of the enemies on this list. Dangerous. The following humans of Hillsbrad have been deemed dangerous and are marked for bounty by High Executor Darthalia. Clerk Horace Whitesteed, wanted for the murder of Death Guard Toma. Citizen Wilkes, wanted for the murder of Apothecary Ellie. Miner Hackett, wanted for the murder of Death Stalker Fry. And Farmer Kalaba, wanted for the ambush of supplies from the Undercity. All these enemies are hiding and will be hard to find. A reward will be granted upon the notice of their death. It's unfortunate that we can't use this wand. But who knew the humans of Hillsbrad were so ruthless? Doing an awful lot of killing for being considered the quote-unquote good guys. Alright, so yeah, we're going to carve a path towards the Hillsbrad fields. There's a lot going on here, obviously. But we'll try to collect our Mountain Lion blood before we get there. That a shaman is in the area somewhere, so might have some company. The Hillsbrad Fields, definitely a hot spot. Probably the hottest spot in all of Hillsbrad. So I would expect to see some people there. Fortunately, that means that all the mountain lions are also dead. But, we'll have time on the way back as well. Pick up some free skins at least, which we kind of need the extra cash too. You know, we're very quickly approaching level 30, and we're at 6 gold. You know, that's not a whole lot to work with. It's tough when every upgrade is so valuable for your class. And, you know, purchasing runes of teleportation also tends to carve a hole in your pocket. South side of the road now. See if we can pick off a couple more of these mountain lions. Finally starting to see the effects of Shatter a bit more consistently. A couple of big crits there. There we go, our last mountain lion blood. Take that back to Terran Mill once we're done with our first Battle for Hillsbrad quest. Can probably take out Farmer Kalaba and Citizen Wilkes for the dangerous quest. Those guys should be pretty simple. But the other two that we'll need for that quest are going to be more challenging, like Miner Hackett and whoever's inside Town Hall, I think. You know, we'll head north because we need Farmer Getz and Farmer Ray. And I know some of the farmers and farmhands can be all over the place. But I think they're a little less killed, maybe, up north, where we need to get Farmer Getz. There's that shaman we saw earlier. It's either Getz or Ray. I can't remember who's up here, but we also have to go up here to turn in the Elixir of Pain, I believe. We have to give it to the dog. Whichever farmer's in this household here is usually the one that's more difficult to get. He's usually just like not up very often. Let's see, sometimes he's upstairs, sometimes he's on the doorstep here. Maybe it's the Mountain Lion blood quest that we give to Stanley here. Yeah, that must be it. So we're gonna have to come back up here anyway. Yeah, looks like Farmer Ray is dead. Shaman got there before we did. We'll hang out in this area though. I think Farmer Getz is a little bit easier to get. So I'm not as worried about him. And honestly, I would be okay with a little bit of a grind. So far, lots of wool cloth as expected, but getting some linen here and there. It's not completely absent, which is good to see. That's what I was hoping for. See, we got another Horde player here now as well. Yeah, this is exactly how it goes typically. He might be trying to use his Hearthstone though. Which reminds me, we did set Terran Mill as our new home, so that we can quickly get back. We don't have to make the run across the hills. Oof. Big crit there. Cannot wait to max out the Shatter talent. Glad that I went with a self-made mage and not an Iron Man. Would have been a lot less fun without the talents. I'm excited to go back to Iron Man though. I think there's a pretty good chance that we'll go back to it for the next hardcore run whenever that comes up. I'll just be sure to pick a class the next time we do it that you know, maybe doesn't rely so heavily on their talents. At least for like the fun aspect of that class. It's starting to get a little bit crowded right now. Starting to get some respawns. He's not up yet. Sometimes he can spawn, I think, out here. It's like a little orchardy kind of thing. For as much mana as it costs, it's really nice to have Cone of Cold now as like a instant blast of damage if I need it. It's obviously going to be more powerful than what we were getting with the Arcane Explosion. Player in the area. Well, they have a whirlwind axe, so I can't imagine they're here for the quests. There he is, perfect. Use this opportunity to buff up before we move on to Farmer Gets. We'll try to find Citizen Wilkes, who patrols across really the entirety of the Hillsbrad fields. And we'll try to get Farmer Kalaba too. But if we can't get either of those two just yet, that's fine. We'll still have plenty of chances to get them on the return trips. All right, so we're heading south now to the southern ends of the fields. Spread farmhand. I think Gets can show up in this house or the house down below. It's usually accompanied by another farmer and or farmhand. See him in that house though, so we'll check south. Yeah, I've seen about 4 or 5 players here so far, so lots of people. I'm gonna poke my head into the fields here and see if I can snipe Kalaba. She's gonna be the only female-looking peasant out here. There she is. Always hate quickly typing out that I can't share enemies. I feel like I feel like I'm like in the super minority many times when that happens. Or I'm just forced to kill something without inviting somebody else to the group. And yeah, I don't know how many people are doing like Iron Mans or solo self-found challenges, but the people I end up interacting with, which isn't many, but whenever I do interact with people, it's like it's kind of like they roll their eyes a little bit. Like, oh, great. But I don't know, I've kind of gotten used to it at this point. I'm sure grouping in hardcore is fun, but it just, for me, it just feels too similar to like just a normal classic experience. Yeah, which there's nothing wrong with, but for me, I want like a little bit extra. You know, to make it feel very different. I like that my mage and the priest that we're running right now in anniversary, the normal anniversary realms, are so different. When you just have with the only rule being death equals delete. You know, I'm already a cautious player even when I play like a normal character on Classic Era or the normal Anniversary realms. So it's not really that much different than the way I play hardcore anyway. I feel like we got some instant respawns here. Yeah, I'm still pretty confident that Getz is going to appear in this house at this point, since we saw some like tailors in the other houses, but maybe it's saying that he could also show up in the middle of this field up here, so I guess we should be taking a closer look. Just like Farmer Ray, I'm pretty sure he has a unique model. Shouldn't be too difficult to find him. At the very least, it would be nice if I could find a body. Let's poke our head in the barn here and see if we can see just a farmer and a farmhand. There he is. Guy in a hat. Got another farmer coming up on our left here, making things a little bit awkward. Looks like we'll be fine. Sometimes when I'm in a populated area like this, and I'm struggling to find a specific target, I will make a macro for it, like a target macro, just in case, especially in the Hillsbrad fields here, because there's so many trees, there's tall grass, there's, the farm down below the hill here is really hard to see the enemies that you're targeting. And if you want to know if something's alive or not without actually needing to see them visibly, a nice target macro is just what I need sometimes to get through a quest. Let's see if we can loot that guy over there. We picked up some linen, but probably not as much as we really need. But we gotta come back here anyway. I think we're gonna be sent out to kill some peasants next. Let's use our Hearthstone to get back to Terran Mill. And we'll turn in these quests first.
What is it? Beware the living.
At ease, Mage. I see you have returned from battle. My sources tell me you performed well on the Hillsbrad front.
Embrace the shadow.
Word of the attack on the northern farms has the townsfolk panicked. Most excellent. Our Deathstalkers report peasants fleeing to the fields in southern Hillsbrad. The fools think they can hide in the orchards and escape their doom. Prove them wrong, Adelaide. Return to the Hillsbrad fields and seek out the cowering peasants. Lay waste to them in the name of the Dark Lady. Dismissed.
Goodbye.
We only need 15. For some reason I thought we needed 25, but I guess that's not the case.
Speak quickly.
We can pick this one up too. For Souvenirs of Death. I hear you were enlisted by Darthalia to wage war on the humans of Hillsbrad. So jealous I am. While you're off having all the fun, slaying humans, pillaging the town, terrorizing innocent people, I am stuck standing guard here in Terran Mill. Perhaps you'll take pity on an old death guard like myself. You see, I am collecting human skulls, and you will be fighting humans for quite some time. Over the course of your long battle, bring me 30 skulls, and I will make it worth your while. Yeah, I mean, certainly a ring would be amazing. Can't equip it, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll collect those over time. We should be able to pick up 30 pretty quick, though.
I am forsaken. Beware the living.
Superb collecting, Adelaide. We got a recipe, actually, for some hot lion chops. Nothing like the smell of fresh blood on the foothills. Now we'll mix in a touch of this and a little of that, and let the real fun begin. What I have created with this blood, I'd like to call an elixir of pain. If my calculations are correct, this concoction could be the start of something very beautiful for Lady Sylvanas. But what we need is a test. Take this elixir out to the northern farm in Hillsbrad Fields to the southwest. Let's see how Farmer Ray's little dog Stanley likes this treat.
Our time will come.
We'll leave the elixir of agony alone for now. It's going to be on the other side of the zone. And I guess we can learn the recipe. We still need cooking 125 to learn the hot lion chops. We just have one lion meat, which is unfortunate because we're not really going to want to kill any more lions. But we'll keep it for now. We might as well. It'll delay the inevitability of having to farm up, some cooking materials again, which is going to have to happen at some point. So we're going to head back to the Hillsbrad Fields. Interestingly enough, it says we could also go to this little island down in the southwest to collect skulls, but I don't think we need to go there for any reason. That island is used a bit more in Cataclysm, I think. But in Classic, I think it might just be related to like a class quest or something. Perhaps. Yeah, so we're probably not going to get through everything today, but maybe we can get our 15 peasants and, you know, deliver the Elixir of Pain. And then maybe we can go back to Terran Mill from there. Go through our cloth if we have the time. Our cooking level has been hard to come by too. We kind of got to like 108 cooking, and then we really haven't had anything else to cook to get us some skill points since then. I can't remember, but I think we might have dropped the big bear meat recipe, which I think was a mistake because I had forgotten that we had collected some back in Silverpine and banked it. So now we don't really have a, you know, not that I would be farming the meat anyway, since bears are so obnoxious to kill with their gigantic health pools. Approaching the fields once again. We've got a lot of peasants to kill. Most of them are going to be down here in this little area. We'll have to deal with some footmen, I think, as well, here and there. We might be able to find some peasants in the field that's a little bit further north as well. Yeah, this one might be actually pretty tough to finish. Citizen Wilkes, we can pick him off, I suppose, in the meantime. Yeah, it's just as I thought. There really aren't a lot of peasants outside of the southern fields. We'll kill what we can. I think we might just do another episode here in Hillsbrad, just to clean a few of these things up. I mean, look at this. We've got players camping this little section. Might just have to come back at a time where it'll be maybe a little less busy. feel like sometimes I can find a peasant or two over here. Maybe we can find something inside the walls. Not sure. Shield bash is not appreciated. Yeah, we got 2 footmen and some councilmen. It's probably too difficult to get inside. Poke our head in real quick just to see if there are any peasants in there anyway. Oh, there's actually quite a few. But oh man, do you really have to carve a path? Man, these footmen are pretty tanky. We're in a bit of a rough position here. Nice, yeah, his frostbolts are nasty. I think we should be okay. Yeah, it's too much of a hassle. If we were like level 30 and trying to do this quest, I think it would make more sense. So, yeah, we're going to be stuck with this bottom field here, and it's going to be tough to clear out. Yeah, no way. We're gonna have to do something else. So we will deliver the elixir to Stanley. Kill a few more guys, and then we'll head back to Terran Mill and do some profession work. The nice thing about Terran Mill is there actually is a tailoring supplier there, which we can check for some more recipes potentially. It's also just nice to have for the thread and whatever other reagents we might need to create, some new pieces. Mage AoE grinding here. Farmer Ray is alive. I don't want to kill him if somebody else needs him. Pour some of the elixir into your hand and hold it before Stanley's mouth. Quest complete. I think he turns into like a giant dog or something. Yeah. Turns into a warg. Poor Stanley. Oh, interesting. Whoa. I never knew that. Huh. I don't know if any of you guys caught that, but we got 2,000 experience for killing Stanley. Wow. Because most people skip that part. Like, they'll just give it to Stanley, and because you have so much time to run away, they'll just start running, thinking that they've completed the quest. And you do, you know, we got like 1450 experience for that, but 2,000 for killing him, that's fantastic. It's more than the actual turn-in. I wonder if there's any other examples like that. You know, with any other of like the later quest lines. That's super interesting. Yeah, I did not realize it would be that way. Well, I'm glad we killed him. Alright, so we've done what we needed to do. Let's get back to Terran Mill. We're gonna have to run this time. Luckily it's not a terribly far walk. I did also check on what we were getting at level 28, and it's actually quite huge, particularly from the Arcane tree. I believe we're picking up Arcane Intellect. And we are picking up our first mana gem also, which is actually quite a big deal. You know, for the longest time here, we have not been able to utilize potions of any kind or elixirs. But the mana gem is something we can actually use. And having a mana potion on hand, it just makes things a lot easier as far as you know, determining how much mana I need in an emergency situation, instead of just having to focus on exactly how much I have at all times. I'll know that I'll have the mana gem in my back pocket to use when we get in a really sticky situation. We don't have to focus on where our mana is at as much, because whatever the mana gem gives us should probably be enough to get us out of, you know, most bad scenarios. All right. I got through a lot today. That's good. Let's get some profession work done.
I'm listening.
Guess we'll take care of first aid first. Can make 19 bandages. We'll see if that's going to be enough. I have a feeling it probably won't. It took 4 bandages just to get us to 69, and we need to get all the way to 80. I think this recipe turns green at like 75 or so as well, which makes it even more difficult. I feel like right now we're getting very unlucky. Yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna have to do another dedicated linen cloth farm. I feel like it looks like it's heading in that direction. We'll deal with those last 4 points maybe in the next episode to start things off. Still haven't been able to get a small lustrous pearl yet for this pearl clasped cloak. I'm trying to think of what would be the most efficient for us to make. Well, the green woolen vest would use less cloth but more dye, which would be more expensive, I suppose. I guess we can still go with the woolen cape. And just kind of hope that maybe we'll get a little bit lucky. Let's make some bolts first. See what we can do with this. We'll keep going with the woolen cape until it turns green on us, I think. It should be worth it, even if it takes a couple attempts to get a skill point. So far it's been working in our favor. It would be nice to get to 125, but I think that might be a little bit unrealistic with our current setup. It's turned green on us now, so we should probably see our trainer. Probably be the best bet. Let's teleport to Undercity. We can do that real quick. Need to pick up some more runes of teleportation as well. Which the cool part is I should be able to do all of this from the magic quarter, which is very convenient.
What is it?
I'm gonna need 5 of these. Undercity is also where we'll find our artisan tailoring trainer as well.
Speak
Mr. Joseph Gregorian.
victory.
Guess we can't talk to him until we become an expert. So what do we have here? We didn't really pick up much. We can pick up the shoulders now, which is something. We can pick up the heavy woolen pants. And that's about it. Maybe we'll pick up these other two just in case they will give us skill points at 1 or 2 silver apiece. It's not that much of an investment. I feel, okay about that. Yeah, we can make a couple more bolts. I want to keep at least a stack. In fact, maybe one more is just fine. We can just make the shoulders today. We'll be sure to make the heavy woolen pants as well as soon as we can. Our first bit of shoulders. Pretty scrawny looking, but I guess they cover our bones, I suppose. Yeah, but not too bad. We're getting pretty close to 125 where we can, then pick up expert tailoring. We'll get the heavy woolen pants very soon, which is going to be great. And we're going to keep an eye out for that small lustrous pearl. I'm not sure when the next time we'll be killing Naga and or Murlocs. I don't know when that's going to be in order to have a chance at that. And I'm going to have to figure out where we're going next, because we could go back to Hillsbrad or we could go back to Ashenvale. I guess Stone Town would probably be best. Sonarius' Legacy plus the Gaia Seeds probably makes the most sense. So let's teleport to Orgrimmar. And I think we'll kick things off with the next episode with a linen cloth grind. Probably a pretty quick one. But I'll head to the same area. I'll do like the Razormane Quillbore, which should be, decently quick, I would think. I don't know if there's really another grind that's going to be decent that's along the way to, back to like Sunrock Retreat. Alright guys, but that is going to do it for me for today. So in the next episode, we'll start with that linen cloth grind just to get enough that'll push us, we'll probably work on first aid while we're doing that grind, just so we can push ourselves to level 80. Then we'll dump the rest of our wool into wool bandages to catch our first aid up to speed. We'll get our anti-venom as well, which should be awesome. As a mage in particular, poison matters quite a lot when you're incredibly squishy. And yeah, we'll make our way back to the Stone Talon Mountains from there. As always, I thank all of you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.